Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this review, where we take a look at Eagle Force's Hightide 1/18 scale action figure. These are a Big Buy Toy Store exclusive, so if you need this figure, this is where you pick them up at. Other than that, you're going to have to get that third-party stuff from eBay, which is not good. So here you go. This is the packaging, red back, nice artwork, great Eagle Force logo, great looking presentation. The package is collector friendly, so you just slide the back out, pull out your clamshell, and you have access to your figure. Play with it, do what you want, put it back on, display it in the package, out of the package, on your wall, whatever you prefer. Before you package collectors, there's your front of the packaging. Here is the back of the packaging. Some of the cross sells there. I was trying to get just for information at Big Bad Toy Store. I tried contacting them because I wanted to buy Hightide. Unfortunately, you cannot buy Hightide by itself. You need to buy the entire wave of like figures. I think it's like $209. These usually retail at $26.99. But I did see this one. They have one left, and it was like they jacked the price up to $29.99. So if you're interested, you better go grab him before that last one is gone. And I asked, like I was going back to what I was trying to say, was I tried to ask them if they could sell me a Hightide, because I want the other figures in that wave, because I had a couple of them already. And they told me no, their manufacturer said they're not allowed to sell them individually, which I know they sold those before because they just sold out of them, but it is what it is. I'm not sure. They've been on it for a while if they're even going to ever sell them like that, but that's their preference, and that's some information for you if you're looking for a character like that. Don't bother asking them. They won't do it. So there you go. I'll go ahead and do a close-up of that bio so you can pause and read it on your own time. There you go. Go ahead and pause and read that. Hold it for a few more seconds, like 4 more seconds, and then there you go. And I think one of the things a lot of people miss about these Eagle Force figures is that they are pretty close to a real 1/18 scale figure. More of your modern Walk-on 1/18 scale figures now, more closer to the 4-inch, 4.1 inches, in that range. These guys are small. There's a reissue vintage style Duke I just recently released. There he is. His hat makes him look a little bit taller, but he is definitely on the scale of the vintage style 3.75 edge of the spectrum. So that's something worth noting at least. Alright, so here he is. He's a sailor. It looks very cool. He has his blue navy hat on with a yellow print. It's a nice looking sculpt of this hat. I love how the hat looks on this figure. This is definitely the head sculpt I will be using for Hightide. He would make a great figure on USS flag. The hat, is it removable? Not sure. Let me check. Yes, it is removable. It is a little stuck, but you can see it comes off perfectly. Probably because they've been on for so long in the packaging. These are been out for a while, but Hasbro is no longer releasing 1/18 scale figures, so we have to look elsewhere to continue building our 1/18 scale collection army. I love the head sculpt. I think it looks fantastic. Very unique with the blonde hair comb back and then a blonde beard. He does have a removable orange vest. Nice. It has some blue throughout the bottom there. Has a wash over it to give it some wear look. We have a symbol right there on his chest. The top of it has some blue pads, and then on the back is orange also. It's like kind of like your life vest. Very cool. Just blue jeans. Nice to sculpt. You can see the material folds. He does have a thigh pad here. These are sculpted on. We have black straps, silver connectors, and so we have a radio, and that seems to be attached to his leg pretty good. Very cool. And it has black boots. So we'll go ahead and take a quick look. Figure looks very nicely sculpted. Very cool. Normally these cost $26.99, but like I said, the last one I seen was jacked up to $29. So you can remove his vest, or his. All you gotta do is pull the sides off, and I'm sure if we can get over his head. Oh yeah, you don't have to remove the head. Don't bother because you don't want to break anything. I really like his shirt. It has this amazing symbol on it. that looks fantastic. Very, very cool. For the articulation, they do have great articulation. You can look down, up, side to side, 360 rotation. I'm just wondering, I don't think they are. Oh man, that is fluent. Very nice. I cannot believe I didn't buy these figures a long time ago. I'll definitely be taking a look at their new wave. There are some ones that caught my eye, and I'll be picking those up at least. Better than a T-front pose. Incredible. Rotation very smooth. Elbow, we have single joint. This hand, we have the down and up, and rotation 360 all the way around like that. And then on this one, same thing. So we don't have no in and out, we have two ups and downs. No chest articulation. The waist, 360 rotation, kind of stiff, don't want to break it. Do have some ab crunch, side to side range, looks good. For the legs, about that much. Pretty good. Can you sit? Absolutely. Knees feel a little weird, but they're okay. Better thigh articulation, but you can turn these a little bit up the upper crotch area. Double joint knees. Very nice. Feet pivot down and up. A little side to side. Very cool. Yeah. Everything seems to be flowing. Knees seem to be the loosest of the joints on my copy, but it's definitely a very nice 1/18 scale figure. And it comes with a lot of accessories. Now we took a look at Hightide's hat and his vest, his life preserver. It comes with a bag full of goodies. It's pretty cool. So just going to check those out. So first up, it does come with a M16. It's very, very small. A little warped here for being in the packaging. The plastic isn't that, it's stiff, but I think just because it was in the wrong angle, maybe a little bit of heat can straighten that up. But it has M203 grenade launcher on it. Has a nice scope. It's all black. Really small. See how well it scales with the figure. Fits in his hand really nice. Oh man, that looks good. Yeah, you definitely can get a two-handed wield here. I know I'm running out of frame, but there's only so much camera space, so I'm just trying to give you an idea of how that looks. Sorry about that. There we go. Looks pretty good. Holds it really well. There's some heat to my gun. I probably can straighten that out. So that's not too bad because the plastic is actually kind of harder, and I think it'll have a memory to it. Starting going to some of the other accessories, you get the Eagle Force stand, obviously. Pretty cool. You have some type of rope. It's a black rope. If you want to put it around his neck, I guess this black rope, sculpted piece. You get these. Now this is gonna be kind of hard because these things are these things are small. I guess they're kind of like watches or wristbands or something like that, but here they are. Very, very small. I don't know what they actually are, but I'm betting the only place I think it could fit be on the wrist. So there they are right there. That is, I can't tell you how small these are, so be very careful. You might even lose those. He comes with some other stuff, but he comes with a bunch of hands. So you do get the option of having gloved hand versus ungloved hands. So you do a set of gloved hands with fist, and you get unfisted hands. So I'm going to try to go to these hands quickly because there's still a nice feature here I want to get to. But nobody wants to look at hands because a lot of people, even including myself, really have no need for 16 extra hands. So, but here is a gloved. Oh no, these are small guys, so bear with me here. Gripping hands, open hands. Very cool. Choke you hands. That'd be really cool for your hand-to-hand combat. So, speaking of hand-to-hand combat, let's do these ones next. I want to get another one of those. That's interesting. Well, I didn't get a black glove pair of the chopping hand. Do get those. What is this? Okay. So these are the other set of hands here. I have a gripping hand. They gave me an extra pair of, here's the glove version of them. So I try to sort these out because it kind of messed me up there when I didn't get the extra chopping hands, but I got these instead. I more of a trigger finger hand. So that's all the hands you get, which is a lot of hands. That's all you really need. But they were nice enough to go ahead and add a couple more accessories. And they put them in individual bags. So you can alternate the head and a sailor's hat. So I'm going to get those out of there. So you get this alternate head right here. What's interesting, in the product images, you got a alternate head that was bald. And mine got a gray hair. Man, these things are a pain to hold on to because they're so small. Nice sculpt. It has black eyebrows, nice eyes. Very cool. And then it comes with a sailor hat. So if you want to kind of like get two and have two different characters, you can. The white, the black bill, the gold trim. Pretty cool. Let's see if it fits Hightide here. Fits in quite well. That's how that looks. Very, very cool. Okay, here's an alternate head. So if you actually can see just by popping out the head, you can literally have a whole nother character or troop builder if you like. So awesome. There it is. Oops. Just dropped him. So that looks. Yeah, the back of it is pretty good. Does the hat fit? Not really. It's not fitting as well on this head because it doesn't have the hair. And then we'll try the sailor's hat. So yeah, it's kind of the same way. It was meant to fit the hair. There's no hair, so for me that would definitely be a deal breaker. I would not want another one because if I wanted to use a hat with this character, I could not because it'd be irritating and fall off and get lost, whatever. So my alternate head will be saved for a future body that may show up in the Eagle Force line. I can army build a trooper or some kind of little crew I'm working on, which if you want to subscribe to Boss Guys Reviews, because I've seen something on it that's really cool and I'm not going to give it away yet. With the next wave, I'm definitely going to look at something very interesting for a nice little group of figures. So stay tuned for that. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you won't get left out when I do bring that up. But other than that, these figures are super cool. There is no 1/18 scale military figures as I know of at this point. July 14th is the 14th? Yeah, 14th, 2023. So it had G.I. Joe being on hiatus for further notice. This is what we got to do if you do enjoy collecting and building your 1/18 scale figures. This is one of your options, other than some small ones like Joy Toy or even Marauder Task Force. So I currently have 3 so far. I started out with Sergeant Blackstone, which looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger to me. So check his review out. It's really cool. I think it looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So that's how they compare together. I'm going to go ahead and swap that head out because I do enjoy the other head better. And there you go. Very cool. And of course, if you wanted to, you can always buy 2 Sergeant Blackstones and put this head on that figure. You can interchange all their bodies, which is very nice for module customizing your figures and building your troops. So it looks fantastic together. I mean, I can't get over how close they are to the 1/18 scale 3.75 inch figures. I do like that, and I think they look absolutely perfect. Now, are they perfect? Nothing's perfect. I love them. I'll continue getting them. I have 3. I have 1 more. I'm not going to give him away yet. I got to do a review for him. But I'm holding off because there's something with this figure, and I don't want to show him off, and then everybody running by him, and then I might want to get a couple more before they sell out. So that's the reason I'm holding off. You'll see why when I do that review. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss it. Pretty cool. Highly recommend them. $26.99 on most cases. Like I said, hope you guys like this review. If you do, don't forget, like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below and tell me what you think. You like them, you don't like them. Or yeah, you just, now everybody seems to be getting away from 18 scale, going to 112 scale. Not because we choose to, it's because we're forced to, and I think that's a load of poo-doo. But what are you going to do? So for me, I'm a 118 scale guy. I do have 112 scale figures because of G.I. Joe Classified. Has kind of pushed me, like most people, to that, but I will never ever give up on what I truly love, which is 118 scale, and it's my thing. So I've always continue to collect them and buy them. So as they make them, I'll pick them up if they're worth it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next review.